Today, the highest grossing media franchise might fall. You might think it's Star Wars. No, 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 it's not Star Wars. It's freaking Pokemon. Pokemon, according to Wikipedia, is the highest growing media franchise worldwide. And Star Wars, that's including all merchandise. Pokemon is just the games and the anime and the trading cards. It's not including all other merchandise ever produced in Pokemon's history. But Pokemon might be going down like Star Wars did. Basically, we'll be comparing modern Star Wars to modern Pokemon. Okay, so Star Wars was made in the 1970s as the original trilogy. The original trilogy were classic movies, and such as the first three Pokemon games were good Pokemon games, and Gen 4. But then the prequel type of Pokemon games came out, which were Gen 5 and Gen 6. These games already had mixed opinion upon the Pokemon community already. Upon the core Pokemon community, not the casual Pokemon community. The casual Pokemon community still loved all the games. I still like Pokemon X and Y and Pokemon Gen 5. I still like Gen 5 and Gen 6 because they introduced many great things. Pokemon introduced many unique Pokemon and made good Pokemon throughout Pokemon history. But then we had Pokemon Sun and Moon. Quite possibly some of the worst Pokemon games ever made. Pokemon Sun and Moon is simply it's quite possibly one of the worst main series, second worst main series Pokemon games ever made. Not the worst Pokemon games ever made. There have been way worse Pokemon games, which are spin-offs from the spin-off games, like Pokemon Dash for the DS was completely garbage. And yes, I played Pokemon Dash before, it was completely garbage. The controls are awful in Pokemon Dash. I'll probably review that game another day. But Pokemon Sun and Moon had a lot of massive hype around it. Same thing, and saying how it would be game changer for Pokemon. But again, it split the community. A majority of the Pokemon fans loved the Pokemon game, Sun and Moon. A majority of Pokemon fans loved Sun and Moon. 94% of people on Google liked Pokemon Sun and Moon, but the deeper Pokemon fan base was kind of more split. People started hating Pokemon Sun and Moon because of the overuse of cutscenes, the lack of gyms, and of course, the worst part of Pokemon Sun and Moon, some of the new Pokemon in the game, like Bruxus and several others. And of course, the fact that it was just way too easy, and the game literally handholded you throughout the game like an X and Y. But then we have Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. It was kind of like Rogue One. Not much hype, but still, so it sold less than the first one, the Force Awakens. I predict, because fan base of Star Wars was still excited for The Last Jedi, except for the purists who still think the original trilogy is the only good Star Wars films. Kind of like the Gen 1ers of Star Wars. Kind of similar to Gen 1ers. Gen 1ers will only play Gen 1, they say it's going to be the worst thing ever, and it's going to be... And Kanto, even though trying to grab on nostalgia now, The Last Jedi was a complete trademark for Star Wars fans. It was one of the most hated Star Wars films it's the most hated Star Wars film in history. Yes, even more than The Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. Of course, it has a 7.2 on IMDb, which mostly includes the casual people, the casual fans of Star Wars who say, oh, it's like an action movie, blah blah blah. It's another action movie we can watch. But the deeper fan base hated it because Pokemon Let's Go will be similar to The Last Jedi. People will be so hyped for it, especially PokeTubers, but then they realize how bad Pokemon Let's Go really is, and of course there'll be those PokeTubers who will still suck up for Nintendo and still say, hey, Pokemon Let's Go is easily the greatest Pokemon game ever made. It's the next great Pokemon game. But when it comes out to the greater, wider Pokemon fan base, no one's gonna want it like this. Pokemon Go, that was popular for a month, and then it died out. Pokemon Let's Go will basically be like that. PokeTubers are still hyping this game up like it's the greatest thing ever, and there'll still be PokeTubers who'll still say it's a good game. I'm not saying you don't have to buy it, you don't have to hate the game. But these are daring comparisons between the two highest grossing media franchises. I'm more comparing Star Wars to Pokemon because it's number 2 on the highest grossing media franchise, and Star Wars has been facing controversy as its own. Or maybe people will see through the hype of the game, and then of course, I predict Gen 8 will be like Solo Star Wars story. If Pokemon Let's Go disappoints Pokemon fans and puts out thousands of Pokemon fans not want to see by the next Pokemon game, if it's more of the same thing. If Gen 8's the Pokemon game we have all been waiting for, the open world Pokemon game we have all been waiting for, yes, Gen 8 will sell. And what has Pokemon Go mechanics in it? No one wants Pokemon Go mechanics. But if they're going to include Pokemon Go catching mechanics and Pokemon Go type catching mechanics, we have to throw the ball using motion controls, I'm not buying Gen 8. I'm not using motion controls in my Pokemons. Okay? And that's it.